Gentlemen and the three ladies that watch this channel, it's your boy Mike. Look at us. Look at this setup. Look how much we've grown. Today's video, I have something excited for you. I'm going to be doing a full tutorial on how to use Tempo Labs. I don't know if you follow me on X, but Tempo Labs kind of hired me. Not kind of, well, they did hire me. I just didn't break into their office and break into the setup and, recording a video. Maybe I did, who knows? But I'm telling you now, some of the things that are coming out will change the game. It will be incredible. The idea guy will be, or gal, will be able to cook. It's very different compared to what you're used to because it gives you fine-grained control with an excellent agent that does all the work for you. So I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you how the platform works. But what I'm most excited about is in the next couple of days, week or two, there are going to be some major announcements, some updates and some features, some that I'm actually working on right now that are going to solve your pain points, your struggles. And I truly believe that by the end of the month, whenever you're watching this, that Tempo will be the best platform to build web apps on. But before we get there, I want to show you how to use the platform. Let's get started. So first things first, you're going to go to tempolabs.ai. The link will be in the description down below. And then you click on Get Started for free. Authentication is simple. By now, if you've been playing with the AI tools, you got to have a GitHub account. So I'm going to connect with GitHub and I'm going to authenticate. Should take a few seconds. And now I've authenticated. As you can see, I'm a power user at Tempo, but I'm going to assume this is your first time. So all you got to do is click Create Project. Generate a new app. You can connect your GitHub repo or design a blank canvas. I just want to generate a new app. I'm going to hit next. And, now that I started this new job at Tempo, I want to build a SaaS that could help people build their resumes, right? Job market's tough, especially in the tech market. It would be cool if I could plug and play and build resumes and export them to PDF simply. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to say, I want to build a resume SaaS, and I'm just going to hit enter. We're going to start off simple. Now, what's cool about Tempo is it gives you the ultimate control. I have access to PRD, design, and code. This is the ultimate tool for someone who is, yes, non-technical, but at the same time wants control. And with Tempo, what's cool is all this control it gives you is so that you can build something to production. You can build something serious. Yes, you can have fun with a weekend project, but you can also build a SaaS that can make you some money on. So that's what we're here for. That's what I'm excited for. And that's why I joined the team. And I'm building all the stuff you guys want. I'm solving all the pain points you guys have. Don't worry, I got you. But in the meantime, we're going to let Tempo cook. We see that it made a wireframe spec. First of all, it made a PRD. You could see right here. And then it made a mermaid diagram. Now it's working on the wireframes. It created the routes. And code is being built. And you can see it in real time. The Tempo agent do all this work. The AI is cooking. The AI is cooking. All right, so it's done generating. What's pretty cool is I can click on this play button, and it's going to show me what it's generated. So right off the bat, this is very clean, right? I love how this looks. This is just the first draft, right? It's not functional yet, but that's where we come in. So I'm going to go back to Tempo, and I'm going to go to the AI chat. And there's a couple things I want to start with. First, I want to start building my landing page. So I want to say, I want to build my resume SaaS landing page. Make it look like a Silicon Valley startup with lots of VC money. You know the type of vibe I'm talking about, that nice, sleek, we just raised $20 million type landing page. That's what I want. I just told the Tempo agent that, and it's going to generate my landing page. Now I think about it, I kind of want some Texas barbecue. Okay, so check this out. The Tempo agent built me a landing page with a hero section, features, pricing, and it even says here, I've created a modern Silicon Valley style landing page with a hero section. So it gives me all the details of the design choices it made. I'm going to click play. And would you look at that? Okay, so there's this thing in the middle. We're just going to ask it to remove that. And we have this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Tempo and I'm going to say, create a nav bar. I'm going to work top down, right? Create a nav bar. So I want it to have a navigation bar, and then I want it to remove that image it has in the center. So you can see that it started to create the nav bar. Again, the chat is very intuitive, and you see exactly what's going on, and you see the relationships between all the different things that you've generated, which again is what I love about Tempo, this fine-grained control that you have. So I asked for a nav bar. It has delivered. I'm going to click play, and as you can see, I have a clean nav bar. Now I just want this image removed. So what I can do actually is I can take a screenshot of what I have here. Let the screenshot save, and then I'm going to add the image. I'm going to say, can you remove the image with the sticky notes? It is not needed. And then Tempo Agent is my friend. It's going to take care of that for me. Would you look at that? The image is removed. Now we could go back to our page, refresh. Okay, this looks good so far. This looks good. Our application is going to be completely free because I want everyone to have access to this. So I'm going to say in the pricing section, please make it say it is free because Mike and Tempo love everyone. So updating my pricing section. I love the AI. It says added a heartfelt message about Mike and Tempo's generosity. So we're going to go back to our site, refresh, because Mike and Tempo love you, free forever. Perfect. So this is a good starting point. I like this landing page. I'm just going to add a footer. So I'm going to say, create me a nice and beautiful footer. All right. And then we're going to see a footer pop up just shortly. All right. So it says we got our footer done. All right. So we're going to click play. And then we can see our website. Look at our beautiful footer, our beautiful free for everyone page, a little feature list, and our landing page. This looks like $1 million. So our website looks beautiful. Now let's set up authentication. Right here, you're going to see we have a connect Supabase button right here, icon right here. And this is going to directly connect us to Supabase because we have a Supabase integration. And stay tuned in the next couple of days from when this video drops, because we're going to launch a lot of cool things with this integration. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to connect to my Supabase account. I'm going to authorize Tempo Labs. And now I have access to my org project. So I'm just going to go to my Supabase because I don't know which project I want to give access to. So I'm logged in my Supabase account. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click new project. I'm going to do it under demos, and I'm just going to call this resume SaaS. I'm going to create a password, and then I'm going to pick, East US, Ohio, create new project. Now we're going to let Supabase create a Supabase project, which includes a database. And then once that's done, we're going to be able to set up authentication with Supabase and our database with Supabase. By the way, while Supabase is setting up the project, did you like the video? You didn't like it right now. Right now. Like right now. I'm waiting. I won't continue till you like it. Good job. So our project is set up. We're going to go back here. We're going to hit a quick refresh just so we make sure everything's updated. Then we're going to click on Supabase, and then we're going to click on Resume SaaS. We're going to connect. And now our Supabase integration is connected. Perfect. We're going to go back to our AI agent. And now we're going to set up authentication. So I'm going to say, I want to set up authentication using Supabase. And I hit enter, and I'm going to let the Tempo agent take care of everything. Okay, so when I look at the agent, it's giving me some SQL code, and it's telling me, please run this SQL in the Supabase project's SQL editor. After done that, let me know, and I will proceed with implementing the authentication UI and logic. So I'm going to click copy here, go back to my Supabase dashboard, click on the SQL editor here. I'm just pasting this and clicking run, and we're good to go. So we go back to the Tempo agent, and we say, I just finished doing that. Please continue your work. Because remember, Tempo works for you. And we're going to let that do its thing. So we see a couple files are created. We have auth.tsx, login form, sign up form, login page, sign up page, and some updates to our app.tsx and updates to our navbar. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our site, hit refresh, and then I'm going to click sign in. And I see I have a nice little auth page. So I haven't signed in. I'm going to click sign up. I'm going to enter my name. I'm going to enter my email, right? How would I know my email? And then I'm just going to enter a password. Click on create account. It says failed to create an account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that message and I'm going to say, I tried to create an account, but it said failed to create an account. And I'm going to let Tempo Agent take care of me because that's what it does. So it made some changes. It told me here it updated the sign up form to show the actual error message from Supabase instead of a generic message, and it added better error handling. So we're going to go back to our site. I'm going to refresh, and I'm just going to try again. And I'm going to click create account. Database error saving new user. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I got database error saving new user. Please fix so my users can create an account. All right, so it wants me to run this SQL command. I'm going to copy this, go to Supabase, and then go to SQL editor, paste this, hit run, and it tells me that public profiles are viewable by everyone. For tables, profiles already exists. So I'm going to feed that back into the AI. Okay, so I'm going to test this out one more time. I'm going to go to sign up, and I'm going to do Michael Shamelis. I'm going to create an account with my work email, make it at tempolabs.ai, create an account, and it takes you to the sign-in page. So if I try to sign in with that same password, let me just type the password in. Okay, so it says failed to sign in, please check credentials, but I have a sneaky suspicion that if I refresh, yep, I have been authenticated. But I see here that it says waiting for verification. So if I check my email, there it is. I see a confirmation email. So I'm going to click confirm. It's going to forward me to my localhost 3000. That's fine. But if I refresh here, I have been verified. So if I go back to my app and I hit sign in, look at that. We have authentication working. There's a couple things that I want to clean up. So we're going to go back to our AI Tempo agent, and then we're going to say when a user creates a new account, there should be a toast message telling them to check their email to verify their account, right? So we want to like a toast to pop up, right? Me being a developer, I knew that when it redirected me to the sign-in page that, okay, this probably worked. But we want to make sure that our users understand what happened. So we want a nice toast message to pop up when they create an account, telling them to go to their email to click the link to verify their account. So that's what the Tempo agent is doing right now. And perfect. We see that it's done. I'm going to go back to my site. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to sign out. The sign out worked, which is great. I'm going to click get started again. So I'm going to click on sign in, sign up. I'm going to enter my name again. This time I'm going to use a different email, a different password. Okay, so it's creating an account. And look at that toast. Account created. Please check your email to verify your account. Perfect. So I'm going to go to my personal email. So I see this email right here. I click on confirm your email. Again, this is my localhost, so that's fine. So I'm going to sign in, michaelwasihun96@gmail.com, entering my password, hit sign in, and would you look at that, I am now signed in to my application. So let's go back, and I'm going to look at my nav bar. So when I click on dashboard, it takes you to my dashboard, which is awesome. And if I click sign out, it signs me out, which is perfect. What I want is I want there to be alignment here. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this page, right? And then I'm going to bring it in the Tempo agent chat. And I'm going to say, please align the auth pages properly. As you can see, the text is not in alignment with the form. So it's going to fix our auth pages so they can be more symmetrical and look nice. And then once that happens, we're going to clean up some of our auth stuff, and then we're going to work on our product. All right, so it's made some changes. Let's go back to our site, refresh. I actually really like that. So I can go between sign up and sign in. It did both. Now what I want to be able to go to whatever page, my home page, whatever. So I'm going to ask for it to add the nav bar and the footer in the login and sign up page. So I'm going to say, please, and be nice to the Tempo agent, please add nav bar and footer to the auth pages, right? So it'll know that it's both the login and the sign up page. We want to make sure that there's a footer, so I can easily go back home or click one of the footer links, whether it be socials or whatever. All right, so it says it's done it. Let's go back and look at that. Now this looks clean. So my sign in, my sign up page, I can go home. I could look at features, pricing, templates. Okay, so we don't have features. Actually, the feature section is this, and the pricing section is this. We don't have a template section. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say remove the templates section on the nav bar, and when I click on features and pricing, it should slide to its respective sections. All right, so let's see if it did that. Let's refresh. If I click feature, oh, look at that. Look at that. And then I go back home. Actually, when I click home, I would like for it to animate back up. So I'm going to say when I click on the logo on the home page, I want it to slide back to the hero section. Look, the thing about Tempo is it's not just where you build your applications, it's where you build your dreams. It's where you build the things that you like. I don't know about you. I'm very particular with how certain things are. And this is why I love Tempo. I have the ultimate control. And believe me, guys, some of the updates that we're about to release, it's going to change the game. So it's done this for me. I'm going to test it out. Beautiful. I go to sign in, sign up. We see that works beautifully. Pricing. So when I'm on the signing page, I want the features and pricing to work. So what I want to do is when I'm on a different page, pricing and what was the other section? Price, feature, and features should take me to the home page and their respective section when I click them. All right, beautiful. It's done it. Let's refresh. We go to features. We go to pricing. Beautiful. Sign in. Pricing. Beautiful. It takes us right there. So let's log back in our application. So I'm going to log in with my work email, and I'm just going to make sure I type my password in correctly. Now I see this is the application. What I want to make sure is I want to make sure that on this nav bar, or maybe a nav bar above, that I can be able to go back to the home page. So I want to say on the product side, aka the /app route, can we rename it to /dashboard? I just prefer /dashboard. And can you add a nav bar there as well? And while that's working, one thing that I want to check is I'm going to go back home. I'm going to sign out. Can I access the app, the product side, without being authenticated? I can't. That page is protected. So unless I've authenticated, I will not be able to access that page. So let me sign back in. Perfect. And then Tempo's almost done with those changes. Changes made. Let's go back to our application. It should be /dashboard now, and it is. And we also have a nice nav bar where I can sign out. I could click on resume settings. Perfect. So, and what I want to do is when I click this, it should be able to take me home. So on the dashboard logo, if I click it, it should take me to the home page. All right, perfect. So if we go back and I click here, beautiful. All right, so our application is coming together nicely. Now, I want to be able to view resumes I've generated, and I want to be able to create new ones. So what I'm going to say is on the dashboard page, I want to be able to view generated resumes that are stored in the DB, but I want there to be an option where I can create new ones, and it takes me to the resume editor, right? I want to be able to see all the resumes I have created, and I want to be able to click them and view them, but I also want a section where I can create a new resume from scratch. So what Tempo Angel wants us to do now, it wants us to create a new table on Supabase. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this SQL, and then we're going to go to the SQL editor. We're going to paste it and click run. Success. That's perfect. And now what we're going to do is we just pasted the SQL command. Continue with what's next. By the way, if you think the hoodie fresh, my little bro made it. Coming out soon. Say about Grace Apparel, you know what I'm saying? Yo. All right, so some changes were made. Let's check it out. Okay, so the dashboard has been updated, which is cool. Let's go back to the home page. I'm gonna click on dashboard. I could see new resume. I could create a new resume here. It says no resume yet. And if I click here, it takes me here. If I click here, I like this. This is a workflow I like. So what I want to do is I want there to be a border underneath this nav. So I'm going to say underneath the nav of / dashboard, please have a border on the bottom. All right, let's go back to our page. Let's refresh. It did not create that border. So what I'm going to do is I'm pretty sure this is not a nav bar. That's why it's like, what do you want me to do? So I'm going to take a screenshot, and then I am going to I'm going to upload the screenshot here. Let me just make sure. I'm going to say under the, let me just make sure my resume is a new resume. Under the my resume and new resume button, there should be a border that extends the whole page on the bottom. All right, just to give it a bit more context, because we just want to make sure that it looks nice, and I think a border would make this look nice. All right, so it's made that change. Let's refresh, and we can see our border, and I like that. I want a little bit more spacing, so I'm going to say add a bit more padding in the bottom. All right, so it added that padding. I'm liking how it's looking. Now let's click create resume, and let's make this work. So right now this isn't really functional. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say in the editor, I want to be able to do the following. I want to enter information on the left that's going to render on the resume on the right. Right, so basically I want to be able to fill this stuff in and then it show up here, right? And I would love to, modern, classic, minimal. I would love for us to have some different styles. I don't know if we want to have different colors. I think black and white is default, because if you have any color, you're probably not going to get hired. And I think fonts, we just keep it enter, right? Because I actually do want people to quickly build their resume off this. It'd be really cool to see that. All right, let's refresh. And if I type, look at that, Michael Shamadlis, I am a software engineer. Yes. My email is mickey@tempolabs.ai. My number is 911. Let's see some experience I have. I'm a full stack, actually. Full stack software engineer at Temple Labs. And it's been 2025 till present. I build cool stuff at Temple Labs. And then, yes, we'll have a University of YouTube. And I graduated 2020. I started 2020, let's say 2. And then I graduated 2023. My professors being Web Dev Cody, my professor being Theo, and all these guys. Josh tried coding. And then these are my skills, right? So I'm pretty sure my export to PDF doesn't work because I didn't tell it to work on it yet. But I can add more experience. Let's say aim at chess. Actually, no. Well, let's do front end engineer. MHS. We're going to do 2023 to 2025. or actually 2024, sorry. We're going to do 2024 to 2025. I built cool, actually I spelled built wrong, built cool front end stuff. All right, perfect. We'll make the S not capital. And this is my resume. This is cool. Now I want to be able to add bullet points, right? Because I don't think I can add bullet points. So what I want to say is, this is great, but in the description, I want to be able to add bullet points. Perfect. Now, while this is cooking, I just had a realization. Cannot is can't. Follow me here. Do not is don't. Shouldn't will not be willn't? Think about it. Willn't. Won't. Where did won't come from? Just an idea. Okay, we have an error. All I'm going to do is click fix with AI, and we're going to let tempo agent cook. All right, it fixed one of the errors. Now there's another one. I'm just going to click fix with AI again. And it fixed my error. Tempo agent is that good. So I'm going to go back here, and let's see now. Can I add, one per line. So I have a summary here, and then I can say, I don't even have to type it. Used Next.js because it's cool. And then I can enter, can I enter a new line? Oh, I can't enter a new line. Okay, so I need to tell it, in the bullet points section, when I hit enter, it doesn't take me into a new line. Now, wait, does it mean when it says one per line, do I have to do that? No, okay, that doesn't even work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter on this. All right, let's see if this fix worked. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna go back here. Front end is cool. When I hit enter, nothing happens. Let me take a screenshot of this, and then let me share this with Tempo Agent. I'm going to share the screenshot. See here, when I click on enter to hit a new line, it won't let me. Please fix this. All right. All right, so let's see if it worked. I'm going to say front end is fire. Let's go. Tempo is the best. So you see, I have my bullet points here. I have my summary here. But I want to finish the save as draft and the user profile, and then we'll focus on the export to PDF feature last. So what I want to do is I want to save resumes to my Supabase dashboard. So the moment I create a new resume, it should store on Supabase, and when I make changes, it should update and store on Supabase. So if I ever close the app and go back to the dashboard, I can access that very same resume where I left off. That, ladies and gentlemen, is prompt excellence. I'm just joking. You just tell it exactly what you want it to do and how it flows, and try to explain as best as possible, and it will give you the code and make the changes that's necessary. All right, so it implemented it, but seems like we have an issue. I'm going to click fix with AI and let Tempo Agent take care of it. All right, so it fixed my error. Let's go back to my website. Now I want to go to resumes. I want to create a new one. I'm going to call this Michael Shimalis, and then I want to go to resumes. Okay, it doesn't save here. Let's see if I have to click save to draft. And if I go to resumes, oh, okay, so I have to click save to draft, which I like. So if I click on edit, it'll take me. So let's do Michael Shimalis, software engineer. Let's do Mickey at tempolabs.ai. That'll be my number. I'm a full stack software engineer at Tempo Labs. And then I am here from 2025 to present. I build cool stuff at Tempo. I'm just going to say front end. Wait, I don't need to add the dash front end, back end, all end. That sounds weird. And then, okay, so I'm just going to save this. All right. And I'm going to go to my resumes and I'm going to create another one. And this one will be for my alter ego, Shimalis Michael. And he's an engineer software. And we're just going to save draft here. And if I go to resumes, look, I have my 2 resumes and I could click edit. I want to be able to click a resume and just view it. So I want to say, this works great. One thing I want to do is to be able to click on the resume card and just view it. So if I click edit, I go to the editor, but if I just click the card and not edit, I want to view the resume. Perfect. All right, Tempo agent to the rescue. It fixed it. So let's go back here. If I click on the card, I can view my resume in its full beauty. There is a drop down here for modern, classic, minimal. I don't think we need that. I don't even think the colors are necessary. So I'm just going to default it to modern, color black, and then enter. So, but I do like the viewer. Let me click on resume, and then it takes me here. So what I'm going to say is, I don't want the modern drop down. I don't want, oh, actually, why? That's bad English. I don't want the modern drop down. Let me just go back to view, color, and font. Color and font drop down. I want the color to be default black, and font can stay how it is. The layout, actually, let's keep the layout. I'm just going to say I don't want color because I can see maybe we can implement some different layouts. I don't want the color in the font drop down. I want the color to be default black and the font to stay how it is. All right, and we're just going to hit enter. We're going to let that cook. All right, perfect. So let's go back. Let's refresh. Yeah, you see only modern drop down exists. And if we go to our dashboard and let's say we wanted to edit, again, we see, wait, it turned view, okay, and then edit. So for some reason, the editor got removed. So I'm going to tell the agent, please bring back the editor. When I click on edit button, it should take me to the editor and view to the resume viewer. All right, so let's go back to our site, resume, and I want to click on edit. Okay, we brought our editor back, but it removed our viewer. So I want to say bring back view button that takes me to viewer, and put it right next to edit, just so it knows both exist. And one thing that you have to know about tools like Tempo, specifically Tempo, is as the AI models get better, the tools get better, the code gets better, the speed gets better, everything gets better, right? So we're aligned with these models because as the models get better, which they will, Tempo gets better as well. And let's test it. View takes me to viewer, perfect. And then edit takes me to the editor. I love it here. So pretty happy with how things are looking. I want to go to the edit. And first of all, I don't know what this is, right? So we're just going to delete this. So I'm going to say the 2 arrows on editor and viewer, please remove them. They are annoying me. All right. And it's true. It's just like there's literally no purpose for this. And one thing that I might do is I might make save, draft, and export PDF be right here. And that way it works better. And also like here, this bold, like this is not a text editor, so we don't need this. So I will get this removed as well. All right, so those buttons were removed. Now I'm going to take a screenshot just so I can give the agent as much context as I want. And I'm going to say, please move the, I want the, let me see what buttons they are. Save to draft and export PDF. Save to draft and export PDF on the same line as, what's this here? The modern drop down, And then I want the bold italic stuff to be removed. I want the bold, italic, etc. stuff to be removed. And the image will be added context, so it'll know what to go and what to remove. And this just makes the AI's life easier. Wait, does AI have life? No, it doesn't. It does not have life. Only God can create life. AI is still cool though, and we're about to build some cool things though. Maybe I don't even write code anymore, and I just sing and I rap because I got the flow. I ain't gonna lie, that was tough. That was tough. All right, tempo agent is cooking. Let's see. And when it's yellow, it's working on the changes. When it's green, it's pushed the changes. So we're going to go back to our site. Let's go to the main page. All right, perfect. I'm going to click edit, and we see nothing. So I'm going to say, when I get to the editor page, it's just blank and white. Please fix. And I'm a developer, so I'm pretty sure if I check inspect and console log, I can see these errors. Something that you can do, I don't, most of you watching this are probably not techies. You can right click on the page, inspect, go to console, and like if you see errors, what you can do is you don't need to know what any of this means. You could copy this and just paste this and feed this to the AI, right? So if it doesn't fix it, that's what I'm going to do. And that's, a tip of the day, I guess. Take that to the bank. That one's free. So let's just make sure, okay, this happened, and I'm going to click view. Okay, it's down. And then if I click edit, it's down as well. So I'm going to paste the error I saw earlier, and I should have probably told it this is the error I got, but let's just see how it does with this error. Some guy tagged me in a shawarma chicken giveaway. How you going to tag me in a shawarma chicken giveaway? Anyway, all right, let's go back to our site. Let's hit a quick refresh. Click on view. Oh, man. All right, so this can happen. And I'm going to show you how Tempo makes it easy to get out of a rut like this. I'm going to go back, right, to where I remember it last working. And if I'm correct, this is when I gave this screenshot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, it removed that stuff. So I'm going to restore here, right? And this is what it's doing. Okay, current. So I just clicked here, current, and if I go back and I click play again, and then I go to dashboard, I go view. So I'm going to click on the restore button, and it's doing the restoration. All right, so we have our viewer back. We have our editor back. I'm loving it. So now what I want to do is I just want to add a nav bar on dashboard. So let's do that. Add a nav bar in dashboard. And then once that's done, I want to be able to have resumes is there is fine, but I want to have a user profile. And then this SaaS is ready to go. And I want to make sure the get started button here works too. So this is great. And here's the thing about Tempo. Tempo is cool for the weekend projects, but if you have a serious product idea, this is a tool that you can use and you can use it for days, for weeks, for months, crafting the perfect product. The purpose of this video is just to show you how much control Tempo gives you. Okay, so now just to finish up, I want to turn the settings button into a user profile. So I want to turn the settings button into a user profile instead. And Tempo Agent is smart enough where I think, because I've tried this before and it knew exactly what I wanted, We should never assume that the AIs know what's in our mind. That's how relationships fall apart. But we should, every now and then you could test the waters, and that's what I'm doing. All right, let's go. And then let's refresh. And if I see here, I have my user profile, settings, does nothing but sign out, signs me out. We love that. I'm going to go back to my account. Perfect. So for my settings, I just want it to be for the settings. I just want it to take me to a settings page where I can see my user info. Okay. And then once that happens, I am pretty happy with this application. This looks really good. And what's beautiful about it is, look at that. Look how good. Announcing our 10 million Series A funding. Look at that. This looks beautiful right out the box with Tempo, ladies and gents. All right, let's wait for our settings page to be finished. All right, it's done. So let's go to our user profile, settings. We have our settings page. I can change my name. I can go back to resume. I can view my resume. If I go back to the dashboard, I can edit my resume and say Nikki Jack, and then save draft, and then go back to resumes, view Nikki Jack. I can edit the resume. So I'm going to. So I have this one bug where when I click on edit, it doesn't show Nikki Jack. When I refresh, I see Nikki Jack flash. So I'm going to say when I'm on the editor page, the pre-filled data in the forms should be first from the DB. If none exists in the DB, then just leave it blank, right? Because the thing is, what's happening is this data is being pre-filled, and it was great originally when when building this from scratch, when to test this out and stuff. But now that I can create resumes and all that stuff works, I just want it to be empty. And also one thing that I realized, if I go on view, that's fine. But if I go on edit, I have this right here, and I want this to be removed. So we're going to let Tempo Agent finish this, test it, and then we're going to remove this, and we are ready to go. All right, let's click on edit. Perfect. This is empty. I want it to say Nikki Jack now. Professional title, singer and songwriter. Email. Wait, did I say right? Writer. Email Nikki Jack at gmail.com, and then phone number is 41414141. And I'm going to hit save draft. We're going to go back to resumes. When I click view, I see my resume. So the only thing that's left is for me to go on Tempo, click on share, and I can click on, this will say deploy. I click on deploy. And what's that's done is I'm going to have a preview link that I can share. Now, one thing that's going to be coming out soon is deployments, and you're going to be able to attach your own URL and share this with anyone you want. So make sure you are following my Twitter with post notifications. Make sure you're following Tempo's Twitter with post notifications, because the next 2-3 weeks, I am telling you, the updates to features are going to be insane. And if you have any pain points as well, let me know. DM me. You can reach out to me in my Discord. I am here to make sure that Tempo works best for you. So I can copy the link, paste this in a new tab, and look at my beautiful site. I can authenticate, I can sign in, sign up, and then to just go back to this URL, I have my dashboard. I could create a new resume. We're going to call this Michael Jack. He's a software E, Michael at gmail.com. His experience is he is a G at G company. Wow, I spelled that terribly wrong. The date, since birth to present. Summary, just being a G, and all that good stuff. I'm going to save to draft, go to resumes, click view. I have the resume here. I just clicked export, and I can see, where is it on my desktop? Right here. right? So my SaaS works. I built this simply sitting down using Tempo. And Tempo, again, we can build weekend projects, but we can build serious products, especially with the next couple updates. I can't really share yet, but make sure you stay tuned on my Twitter. And there you have it. We're done. I'm so excited that you have finally seen how Tempo works. Now click the link in the description, create an account, get used to it, because I'm telling you, we have some features coming, some that I'm personally working on, that's going to make sure you, the idea guy, you who's watching, can finally cook. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, the links are in the description. I will see you in the next one. Peace.